Hello, and welcome to Nashville State's Community College's orientation session. Get to know Nashville State with your NSCC recruiters. On the left-hand side, you'll see myself, Yasmin Fakar, and on the right-hand side, you'll see Miss Chelsea Middleton Morgan, and we have some fun information about the both of us listed below. In Chelsea's free time, she's a plant fanatic, and in my free time, I am a charcuterie board artist. We quickly have a message from our president, Dr. Jackson.
Hi, Nashville State students. I am Dr. Shauna Jackson, your college president. We are so honored and excited that you have decided to attend Nashville State. Now that you are a student, we want you to have a great college experience and the support you need to succeed. One thing you need to know and always remember is that we are here for you. When you succeed, we succeed. There are support systems we have in place that you need to be aware of, from advising, tutoring, technology support, and even non-academic related issues like transportation and textbook assistance. If we don't have it available, we most likely can connect you to the help you need to stay in school. There are many ways to connect to the help you need. Ask your instructors, ask staff, or visit our website. Be sure to follow us on social media channels to stay up to date with what is happening at your college. Again, your faculty and staff are here for you. If you don't see something you need, ask. Your voice is important, and we encourage you to advocate for the resources you need to not just start, but finish at Nashville State. Stay safe, stay engaged. You can do this. We are here to help. Together, we are Nashville State strong.
All right, now here are our goals for today's orientation session. We're going to learn about the classroom experience. We're going to talk about how to access your MyNSCC account, review our academic calendar, and give you an overview of our campus resources available to our students. At Nashville State, we separate out our degrees into two categories, transfer and workforce ready degrees. Transfer degrees are degrees such as Associate of Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Fine Arts, and Associate of Science in Teaching. With these transfer degrees, you earn them here at Nashville State Community College and can take them to a four-year university to further your education. Our workforce ready degrees are our Associate of Applied Science and any technical certificate. These degrees are meant for our students who are ready to earn skill sets and go back into the workforce. Please keep in mind that there are separate admission requirements for OTA, nursing, and surgical technology programs. Here's some information on how to log into your MyNSCC student portal. Your MyNSCC account at Nashville State is your one-stop shop to access your personal financial aid information and more information about your class schedules.
Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss how to log into your MyNSCC account. The first thing you need to do is go to our homepage, nscc.edu, and click on the login button at the top of the page. You'll then click on the Go to MyNSCC link. And when you get to this page, you're going to type in your A number. Make sure that you use the capital A in front of the 2 zeros, and you should have 6 digits after the A00. Your password the first time you log in is going to be your 6-digit date of birth. If that doesn't work, you can click on the password not working link. You're going to answer some security questions in order to reset that. When you get to the password reset, you're going to have to type it in twice. It is case sensitive. You need to have at least one number and at least one letter, and it needs to be 8 to 20 characters long. Alright, so when you get this success, you just click on the Return to MyNSCC, and you're going to log in, type your A number again, with the new password that you just created. There you go. You have logged into MyNSCC.
Now we're going to show you how to navigate your MyNSCC account.
Welcome back to the MyNSCC video series. Now that we are logged into your MyNSCC account, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about navigating your MyNSCC. One important thing to look at on here is in this gray column on the far left, there's a link here that says Advising Resources. If you click on that, this is one of two places where that you can find your advisor's information. This is very important that you meet with your advisors frequently so that you stay on track to graduate. Back on the far left in the gray column, if you click on Home, we're going to go back over to your home page of your MyNSCC. And the next column over is Connected Services. So Connected Services, if you are taking a web class, it will either be NS Online or Tennessee eCampus. The difference between these is NS Online is taught by Nashville State instructors. All of your fellow students are going to be Nashville State students, and it's charged at the Nashville State tuition rate. Tennessee eCampus, those online courses are through our governing board. So that means your teachers and fellow students could be anywhere in the state of Tennessee, and there is also a surcharge to take those classes, which is not covered by Tennessee Promise or Tennessee Reconnect. We do have online tutoring available through your NS Online, so please feel free to take advantage of that. Even if you're not taking an online class, when you click on this link, it will take you over to your NS Online account, and you will have access to tutors via that. Office 365 is your student email. It is also the Microsoft Office package, which you will have access to. In bold, underneath that link, you will see your student email address. If you copy that and click on the Office 365, it will bring you into your Office 365 account. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can log into mine. And I'm going to say no to staying logged in, but if you want it to remember your password, you can just click on yes. So this is your student email portal. It's very important that you log into this frequently. There might be communications that come to this that don't go anywhere else, so you want to make sure that you are checking this so that you don't miss anything important. So you have your emails here in the center, but you also have access to the Microsoft Office suite. So if you click on this launcher in the corner, this blue box, you can see all of the different Microsoft Office packages that you have access to. So you have Outlook, which is the default, but you also have Word, PowerPoint, SharePoint, Sway, OneDrive, Excel, OneNote, and Teams. This is free, so please take advantage of it. You can use this at home or here on campus to help you with your assignments. You just click on one of the apps, whichever one that you want to access, and it'll take you into that program. So this is the Word Online. You can click and create a blank document. And then just like the Microsoft Word that you may have on your computer, you can just start typing and do your assignments. It's got all of the same features as the desktop package. I'm going to X out of this and go back to my NSCC. So the next column over is my NSCC announcements and also news and events. If we have something important to announce to you throughout the semester, it may show up as an announcement here. We also have news and events that change out frequently as well. My NSCC should really be something that you're looking at frequently. So please pay attention to that. There might be something important there, or you might find something fun that's happening on campus. on the far right is our quick picks column. So there are a lot of links here to important features of MyNSCC that you may be using frequently. I'll show you how to navigate to a few of these via another method. But if you forget how to navigate to something, check the quick picks column. You might find the link that you're looking for. I'm going to go back on the far left, and we're going to click on My Self-Service. And I got logged out. If that happens to you, just click on it again and it'll bring you back to the login page. And then you'll just log back in again. Alright, so when you click on My Self-Service, you're going to get 3 tabs. There's one for personal information, one for student, and one for financial aid. I'm going to go over some of the aspects of these 3 tabs in a separate video, but this is the important part of the navigation for MyNSCC, is just knowing what those columns are, what those links stand for, and then being able to access your My Self-Service as well.
So here is some information on how to navigate your DegreeWorks. Your DegreeWorks page is a very vital piece of information that explains to you essentially as a checklist of everything you need to do in order to earn the degree that you have currently listed yourself as.
So you want to click for this one on your student tab or on the link that says student. And then look for the link that says DegreeWorks and click on that. If your pop-up blockers are on, you may have to deactivate that in order to get that to show up. But what that's going to do, it's going to bring you into your NSCC DegreeWorks. And so what NSCC DegreeWorks is, it's an overview of what you need to do in order to graduate from Nashville State. In the center at the top, you'll see your majors information. If that's not correct, you want to meet with your advisor and get a change of major turned in as soon as possible. Also at the top of the page, this is the second place on your MyNSCC account that you can find your advisor's information. So just keep that in mind. That's a place that you can find your advisor. Underneath, there is a degree completion bar. If you are a first-time freshman and you've never taken college classes, it's going to say 0%. If you're transferring in, it might be a higher percentage. But as you complete classes, it's going to show you how close you are to graduating. When you get to the semester before you intend to graduate, that's when you're going to want to turn in your intent to graduate packet. So just keep that in mind, that it's not the semester that you are graduating. It's the semester before. You want to visit our records office to get that intent to graduate and get all of that turned into records. Down below the degree completion bar is a list of all of the requirements for your major. And so as you complete classes, these are going to fill in. It's going to go over all the different classes that you need. Also, if you would like to change your major at any point, you can use DegreeWorks to see how it is going to affect your degree completion status. So, for example, say you were in the business administration program, the Tennessee transfer pathway. That's what you listed on your application. But a semester into that, you decide you want to do the AAS degree instead. So what you can do is in your DegreeWorks, click on What If, and then you're going to find that program on the list. So let's say you want to do the AAS in business. It does have concentrations, so we're going to say you're going to do management. And we're going to process that what if. And it's going to show us a new view of DegreeWorks with that AAS business as the major selected. So if you've already completed some classes, your percentage bar is going to change. It also will change the courses that are required to graduate. So you can go in and see that as well, to see how that differs from the one that you had before. You still would need to meet with an advisor in order to change your major. Your advisor does have to sign your change of major form before you turn that in. So be sure that you still have a conversation with your advisor, even if you're utilizing DegreeWorks to try to figure things out. There is a new federal law that affects changing majors, so it's super important that you meet with your advisor. It's called Course Plan of Study. So when you change your major now, what it is that financial aid is dependent on the major that you have selected. So you're only allowed to take courses in the degree that you have declared as your major. So if you change your major in the middle of a semester, financial aid has to reevaluate your financial aid eligibility. And if the courses that you're currently enrolled in are not a part of your new degree, you may owe money back to financial aid if you change that major in the middle of a semester. So what I recommend is that you wait until the end of a semester before you think about changing a major. You can consider it in the middle of the semester, but don't turn in that form until you've completed your classes for the semester. That way you're not going to get any financial aid penalties. And also you're going to meet with an advisor on your new major in order to register for the classes that you need for that major for your next semester. That's all I have for NSCC DegreeWorks. So thank you for joining us today.
FERPA. It's important to know your rights as a student. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act is a federal law that protects the privacy of student education records. FERPA gives parents certain rights with respect to their children's educational records. These rights transfer to the student when he or she reaches the age of 18 or attends a school beyond the high school level. So students, if you would like to be able to share this information with your parents or guardians, you have to submit a request to share form from the records office. And additionally, please note that the admissions and the financial aid departments require 2 separate release forms to share information to people outside of yourself. Here are some key financial aid dates to remember. Scholarships may have different and earlier deadlines. Please be sure to check your NSCC email account frequently. Most communication will come by mail or by that email. Always submit all documentation required in a timely manner. This is very important because sometimes students are selected for verification after submitting their FAFSA, and you need to be on top of whether or not you have been selected for verification and if there are any additional documents or information you need to provide for financial aid. Always check with financial aid before changing majors, dropping classes, or withdrawing from a semester. It's very important that you keep your address up to date with our records office. As previously stated, we do send you a lot of correspondence by mail, so we want to make sure that you're actually getting that mail. If you have any questions about your financial aid, please contact financial.aid@nscc.edu, and any information you can send into our financial aid department has to either be delivered in person or faxed to the number below. Tennessee Promise and how to remain eligible. Nashville State Community College is a Tennessee Promise school, and to remain eligible for Tennessee Promise, you must complete 8 hours of community service every semester, meet with your mentor at your set time, complete 12 credits each fall and spring semester. Summer enrollment is optional, so if you don't want to do summer school, don't worry. You have to maintain a 2.0 GPA. You must complete an associate's degree in 5 semesters. And if you have any additional questions about financial aid in regards to the Tennessee Promise, please reach out to our financial aid's email address, and it's listed below. It is financial.aid@nscc.edu. Nashville State is also a Tennessee Reconnect community college, and here are the requirements on how to remain eligible. To remain eligible, you must maintain a 2.0 GPA, complete a minimum of 6 credit hours each semester, which 6 credit hours looks like 2 courses. You must renew your FAFSA each year. You have to renew your Reconnect Success Plan each year. And your NSCC Financial Aid Tennessee Reconnect is the same financial.aid at nscc.edu for contact information, and our Tennessee Reconnect liaison, Mr. Fred Frazier, and his email address as well, fred.frazier@nscc.edu. If you have any questions about getting started with Tennessee Reconnect, checking in on your Tennessee Reconnect to make sure that you're still eligible, you can give either of those emails a message, and Mr. Fred Frazier or one of our representatives in our financial aid department will be more than happy to answer your questions. Securing your classes with payment. So you successfully submitted your application, you've turned in all the necessary documents, and you've been registered for classes. Congratulations. Please make sure you secure these classes with payment prior to the purge dates. Now, what's the purge? The purge is if students don't pay for classes, those classes will be canceled overnight and removed from your schedule. That's what's called the purge. Now, don't fret if your classes are dropped from your schedule. You can re-register, but please be aware of the dates of when you are re-registering for classes, because there is a late registration period that incurs a $25 fee. Now, some top tips. To avoid being purged from your classes, check your MyNSCC page constantly for information on your financial aid. We want to make sure that you're not purged from your classes because there's something wrong with your financial aid and you thought it would be covered. And also, please be aware of the academic calendar and the important dates within it for more information on when those purge dates are. So here are some payment options. Our bursar's office here at Nashville State accepts payment for classes. You can pay by cash, check, money order, debit or credit. You can also pay online via your MyNSCC student account. We offer payment plans that must be completed using the Quick Pay link. And here is the contact information on the right-hand side of the screen for our bursar's office and our financial aid office in case you have any questions when you go to log in and pay for your classes. Bookstore and digital course material. So with digital course material, if you're someone who likes access through your computer or on a tablet to read your textbooks and have access to your textbooks, this is something that's a very viable option for you. Our digital course material saves students lots of cash. On average, students save $88 per book. Students also have day one access to their books through NSO Online. The charges are automatically charged to your student account, but please keep in mind that not all courses have digital course material available. Students can choose to opt out of digital course material if they rather purchase physical textbooks. So if you're someone like me who needs to have that physical book in front of them to flip through those pages, then choose to opt out and you can still get your textbooks. Our bookstore is letting students purchase textbooks by appointment if they wish to go in store, or you can purchase ahead of time and do curbside pickup for books. If you have any questions or would like to schedule an appointment to go to our bookstore, please contact a.trotter@follett.com. Please keep in mind that Tennessee Reconnect and Tennessee Promise do not cover the cost of your textbooks. Those are separate charges that you as a student would have to cover yourself. So your parking decal and student ID. Not every student will need a parking decal, but in case that you do, parking decals can be picked up on Nashville State's main campus in the lobby of our Student Services building. Please bring these items with you to receive your parking decal: your driver's license, a copy of your class schedule, and a photo of your license plate. This will help you fill out the necessary paperwork with our security and get that parking tag. Now for your student ID, it does require an appointment. Your check-in station is located on the first floor of the Student Services building in the main lobby. Each person is required to wear a mask, and you will remove your mask for the photo. There is a 6-foot distancing that is currently being practiced, and only one person is allowed at a time within the room to take that photo. Here's a message from our records office.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Drew Kovacs, and I'm the technical clerk in the records office. The records office is located in the S building in room 207 on the White Bridge Road campus. Our office is sometimes referred to as the registrar's office or the registration office at other colleges. Our main functions are handling students' transcripts, both incoming and outgoing, change of majors, and also changing and updating student statuses, something like updating your address or your telephone number. We have a great team of student-driven staff members who are here to ensure that you're taken care of. Speaking of our team, we also house Veterans Affairs and Graduation. Gwen, as our VA support specialist, can you share some ways that you assist our students?
Thanks, Drew. Hi, I'm Gwen Phelan, and I'm Nashville State's VA support specialist. I am here to assist our students apply for and use their VA benefits. To learn more about benefits, please visit nscc.edu, click admissions, then veterans benefits. Feel free to contact me at vetcom@nscc.edu. And here is our graduation team, Rosemary and Lisa.
Thanks, Gwen. I'm Rosemary Hackney.
And I'm Lisa Shaw. We're the graduation specialists at Nashville State.
You'll work with your success and academic advisors to plan the completion of your degree or certificate.
And then it is your responsibility to let us know 1 semester prior to completion of your degree that you'd like to apply for graduation. If you have any questions or concerns regarding graduation, you can contact us at graduation@nscc.edu. Back to you, Drew.
We're here to support you from the first moment that you get admitted all the way through your college career here at Nashville State, and then even beyond that as well. We hope that this video showed some of the ways that we can assist you, but if you feel overloaded with information, as orientation can often be a lot of information at once, you can always come visit us at S207 or email us at records@nscc.edu. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of your orientation.
Alrighty, now after that lovely message from our records department, here's a message from our Access Center.
Hello from the Access Center. This is Katrina Dubree, Director of the Access Center. I'd like to tell you a little bit about who we are. We support students experiencing barriers related to a disability. We assist students on all campuses who have documented physical, emotional, or learning disabilities. The supports we can offer are called accommodations and can include extended time for taking tests, upfront seating, and many more. On the screen is an image of our team, which includes Ann Pulio, Assistive Technology Coordinator, me, Katrina Dubree, Director, and Alexis Sample and Rachel Brown-Lee, our Access Coordinators. So how do you apply for Access Center services? If you go to nscc.edu and you click on Current Students, then On-Campus Resources, you can then click on Access Center from there. Once you're on the Access Center website, you can navigate over to a teal box labeled Accessible Learning. Click here to access AIM. If using a screen reader, you can also navigate to the link that says, click here for online form. Once you get to that screen, you will click on New Student Application. Once we receive your application, you will need to submit medical documentation and have an interview with an Access Center coordinator so we can get to know you better. Thanks for your time.
Alrighty, now here's some more information on a great campus resource for our students, our Student Success Center. Our Student Success Advisors support first-time, full-time freshmen on all campuses. The advisors provide guidance on academic and non-academic matters. If you have a question and you don't know who to ask, asking any single one of these success advisors is a great place to start. If they may not have the information right away, they will know who to direct you to. And every single one of these smiling people in this photo is a great resource for our students. Please check your NSCC email for notifications from your success advisors. And if you have any questions or you want to call and chat, their information is provided below. Their email is studentsuccess@nscc.edu. nscc.edu, and their phone number is 615-353-3655. And here is a message from their office.
Hello, my name is Megan Puzes, and I'm one of the 8 advisors within Nashville State Student Success Center. The Student Success Center serves first-time, full-time freshmen throughout all campuses to assist new students in getting acclimated to college life. Our goal is to ensure that you have the support you need to be successful throughout your first year in order to set a solid foundation for your studies. This includes both academic and non-academic support. So whatever your needs or questions may be, you can turn to your success advisor for guidance. Students will be assigned to a success advisor after you're registered for your first semester. Advisors will initially introduce ourselves to students via email, so please make sure you start checking your school email account regularly. You may also find our contact information within MyNSCC. We'll ask that you meet with us at the beginning and throughout the semester so that we can build a strong relationship with you in order to learn how we may best serve you. If you ever have a question and you're not sure who to ask, don't hesitate to reach out to us in the Success Center. You may contact us at studentsuccess@nscc.edu. We look forward to having you join us next semester.
Alrighty, now here's some information on our career services. The Nashville State Career Services Office offers resume reviews and mock interviews scheduled by appointment. You can schedule these appointments through the College Central Network. Access to the College Central Network and where Nashville State students and alumni search for jobs, internships, and co-op opportunities. You can find interview tips, resume help, and much more. Here's the Career Services contact information with their phone number being 615-353-3248, and their email address is careerservices@nscc.edu. Here at Nashville State, we want to see you be successful in not just your educational studies, but be successful in the career that you love. So please feel free to reach out to this office if you have any questions. Our library services and our tutoring center. So our tutoring center is actually located within our library on Nashville State's main campus. Our library services are access to things like online tutoring help. You can chat, text, or phone a librarian, which comes in handy for those of you who will need to write research papers or get citations for things. There are many tools that can be utilized through our library and by our librarians, so we wanted to highlight this feature to let our students know that if you ever need help with assignments, you can always ask. So our new class options. Now, the way that classes are looking now is different than what they've been in the past. We now offer 4 different instructional methods. So we have online, virtual, hybrid, and face-to-face. Now, some of you may be a little bit familiar with this kind of alternative instructional method, but just to overview, online courses are not required to meet in person. There are no required meetings or set days. There is no video conference set day or time, but there is the required use of NS Online for assignments. So what this means is you would be logging into your MyNSCC account and accessing your NSO Online to complete coursework that is laid out by a syllabus. So while you're not face-to-face and while you're not Zooming anybody for that class, there is still the requirement that you're completing that work. Now, virtual it looks a little bit different. It's still an online instructional method, but there are required video conferences and set days and times. There is the required use of NSO Online for completing assignments or any kind of assessments. Now, what this means is you would have your typical Zoom class with your professor, and attendance is taken into account. So keep that in mind. Now, our hybrid courses and our face-to-face are fairly limited, but in case you're in a technical certificate or a class that requires a hybrid instructional method, what this means is you would come to campus, the campus that you selected for your program, occasionally. Maybe sometimes it differs. It's typically every other week. There is some face-to-face interaction, but this follows social distancing requirements, and you would still use NSO Online for your assignments and any assessments. Your face-to-face courses are your traditional in-class, where you do have in-class testing. There are required meetings on a set day and campus. There's no video requirements, and the required use of that NS Online system varies by course. So quickly, what we're going to do is take a look at our academic calendar. So our academic calendar you can find using the link below and accessing this information. Now, it's important to keep in mind the dates that are listed, so that way you can stay on top of when the last day to change your major is, when the last day to register for classes is, and that late registration and purge dates that we spoke about earlier. Congrats and welcome to Nashville State Community College. Here are your next steps. So we're going to ask that you complete your orientation credit. We want to get you signed up to register for classes now. So you've completed orientation. The next step for you all is to get registered for classes. And as a little wrap up, here's a deadline checklist. AccuPlacer testing is available through our testing center. Thank you so much for everyone attending today, and have a great day.